What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of A World of Chaos. I got my main man Kev here, and we are going to do the 30-day movie challenge. This is actually something that we've done a couple times over the last couple years. It was originally brought to us by our good friend, rest in heaven, Seeth. He was a big movie fan. If you've seen my show, if you've seen the Wakanda show, you know all about my dog Seeth. He sent me this probably about 2020, and probably around the same time. Yeah.
2019.
Yeah, 2019. It was pre-pandemic. Yeah, pre-pandemic. And we try to just redo it every year. And I'm like, well, why not put it on wax, as the kids used to say in the 90s. So
without any further ado,
Kev, you can go first. Day one. We are on day one now. The first film you remember seeing.
The first film I remember seeing is the Batman '89, Michael Keaton, Tim Burton. That's the first movie I remember seeing as a kid. I had to be like 4 years old when it dropped, and that's as far as my memory can go back for real.
Right. Yeah, that's actually the first movie I remember seeing in a movie theater. I think that's gonna come up in a couple days, maybe, or a week or two, from doing these. I think that's gonna come up. That's actually the first movie I remember seeing in the movie theater. My parents. All right, if you're from the Detroit metro area, you know what I'm talking about. Old Beacon East movie theater on the east side. My parents got sneak preview tickets, so we got to go about 2 weeks before the movie came out. It was like a special screening. I was already a big Batman fan because I used to watch, as like a 3-4-year-old, used to watch the reruns of the Adam West TV show they used to always have, and of course Batmania. They started rerunning all those daily, and I remember my parents made a big deal of it because it was a huge movie theater. I mean, it was a small movie theater, but it was a huge turnout. They got tickets, two free tickets, popcorn, pop, and candy. And I had to leave the movie theater in the first 20 seconds because the score from the movie plus the background scared the hell out of 4-year-old Kayos. I was not with that shit. I was not feeling it. My mom had to get up and take me out. I was never that kid. That I was caused a scene or like embarrass my parents or something. My parents used to always bring it up to me like that was the only time we had to take you out of something. Like I was good on a plane. I was good in restaurants. After that, I was good in movie theaters. But hearing that Batman march going through the bat signal, the symbol, and it was all dark and shit. Nah. So I didn't see.
One for you yet.
Right. So I didn't see the beginning of that movie, the first 10 minutes. I didn't see that until we got it on VHS like 2-3 years later.
Wow.
So my first time seeing Batman, I didn't legitimately see him until like 45 minutes in the movie because he comes in the first like couple minutes. I didn't see that. So everybody else had already gotten used to seeing him in the black suit and everything.
It's an iconic moment in the movie. Like just before the movie started, it's them going through the bat symbol. It's really iconic.
Yeah, man. Danny Elfman, he's bad jam with that score, but for a 4-year-old, yeah, man,
One ready.
Couldn't do it. Mine is actually E.T., child of the 80s.
Okay.
My mom said that was like the thing that I had to watch every day from when I was like 2 to like 5. Like that was a daily thing.
That makes sense.
And I can't tell you, and ironically, I can't tell you the last time I actually watched that movie. But yeah, E.T., man, like that was required viewing. Like when I was a kid, my mom said it was either Sesame Street or E.T. was on the TV.
I haven't watched E.T. Since the early 2000s.
It probably would be there early for me too. I mean, and not like it's one of all-time classics. It's just I'm not really ever in an E.T. mood at times.
Yeah.
I do know some people do kind of have kind of adopted that one as a Halloween movie because parts of it do take place at Halloween. It made Reese's Pieces like famous. Like before that, Reese's Pieces candy was not famous. E.T. made that famous. So that was something that, and then of course E.T. walking around with the sheet on his head and everything. But yeah, man, that's like funny.
Somebody grandma.
Right. And it's funny, like thinking about E.T. too. Like, I think I saw a re-release of that, like in the 90s, at the old Beacon East movie theater. Is no longer there. It's actually a college now. I think it's like
what's funny?
A DeVry or something.
It's currently here, not one to disclose where I'm at. Currently here, they showing ET as a feature presentation right at the moment.
You know, they were showing that at the movie theater, I think last month or the month before that, because, you know, before the summer season really gets into it, movie theater, I think MJR has been showing like re-releasing movies.
Yeah,
I think the last month they had Spider-Man, all the Spider-Man movies in order. Each week it was a different Spider-Man movie, a Tobey movie,
that's
all the three Tobeys. I thought about catching it because I'm like, I saw the first. I'll say this: the only Spider-Man movie I have not seen in the theaters is the second Andrew Garfield movie. I was done by that point.
Me, I as well. I didn't see that one. That's the only one I didn't see.
I saw the first two. I lived in Philly at the time, and my older cousin, her boyfriend, was a huge comic book nerd. And like this dude legit had a room in his home that had nothing but action figures on the walls, still in the actual cases. And he had filing cabinet, fireproof filing cabinet full of old comic books. And when he had a daughter who was not into that stuff, so when he found out I was in the comics and the first Spider-Man was coming, he's like, "Hey, would you want to go see the first Spider-Man?" I'm like, yeah, let's go. So we had first day tickets to that. That was the first time I ever heard of somebody buying a movie ticket online too. And this is like 2001, 2002 for the first Spider-Man. The second one came out, and he's like, "Hey, you want to see it?" I'm like, "Man,
so Andrew Garfield will be the only Spider-Man character that I was like, I'm straight on this movie before it even came out."
Yeah. I saw The Amazing Spider-Man. I saw that for my birthday in 2011. That was a birthday gift.
The second one was the only one I was like, I'm straight on it.
Yeah, just
that first one was like, wasn't really that good.
Because that was like what 2014, I think, 2014, 2015 era, and I'm like, all right, I'm getting good enough to look at these trailers now to know what I don't want to see. So I was out. I was pretty much out at that point. Well, everyone, that is day one of the 30-day movie challenge. Let us know in the comments below, what was the first movie you ever remember seeing? And it can be the first movie you ever seen on VHS, on TV, at the movie theaters. Let us know in the comment section below. I'm going to drop all of our social medias below. I've been Kayos. You've been awesome. Nerd responsibly.